Welcome to the Aqua Ionizer Pro 9.5 versus the Enagic Kangen K8 Water Ionizer. Really leaves a lot of questions when you talk about ORP, antioxidants, and pH in general. Throughout all of our testing, both machines performed quite well. Now that might sound a little strange, us being a competitor with Enagic, saying that the machine performed well, but we're here about honesty in this video. We don't use any camera tricks. We don't use any underhanded tactics to skew the results. So let's jump on in here and find out how these two excellent machines compare to one another. Let's take a look at the specifications between the two machines here. Now, starting with the Aqua Ionizer Deluxe 9.5, it has a lifetime warranty, compared to the Kangen K8 that has only a 5-year warranty. After the warranty, you can take a look at the chart with the plates, the FDA approved plastics, the antioxidant boost technology, as well as the power. But one of the main features we want to look at is the chemical free. The Aqua Ionizer Deluxe 9.5 does not use any chemical additives to achieve the high and low range of the pH. The machine itself is designed not to use chemicals, which is a distinct difference between the Kangen K8. The Aqua Ionizer Deluxe 9.5 also has an advantage with the ORP. This machine will go all the way down to negative 900 ORP compared to the K8, which claims a negative 800 ORP. Both numbers are still very strong, but the 9.5 does beat the K8 in this respect. Alright, let's start with the K8 here and set it to the maximum drinkable level. Now remember, no additives were used here, but we are focusing on the drinkable water. The water that has the most antioxidants in it possible for you to drink. So of course, the first thing you gotta start with is the tap water. Not testing the tap water, the city water, really leaves a lot of questions when you talk about ORP, antioxidants, and pH in general. If you don't know where your baseline is, you don't know how much the water ionizer is actually changing the water. Once we let this settle down, it looks like our tap water is right at about 516. Now that is actually pretty oxidizing for tap water, but let's see what the machine does here. So we'll drop the tip in here, give it a good little spin, make sure we get a nice accurate testing, and we're getting a negative 410, which is an excellent number. It is definitely not an oxidizer, it is an antioxidant. And the machine is performing, and as you can notice, that we started all the way up at the positive 500 range, and we got all the way down to the negative 400 range. So a movement of water of 926 ORP, which is excellent, and it actually surpasses the specifications that the K8 claimed in the beginning, which they claimed only about a negative 800 ORP. All right, so let's go take a look at the Aqua Ionizer Deluxe 9.5 here. We're going to leave the little meter there in the Kangen water to see what happens. Yes, it slowly goes down, but that is normal. So let's take the tip there, put it into some source water. This is one of the really important parts about testing, is if you don't keep that tip clean or keep that tip stabilized or keep that tip in the cleaning solution just like the instructions say, you are not going to get accurate results. So we want to show here that we're putting it back into the tap water, and it's slowly raising back up. We're hitting 410 here, 413, 425. So it's going back up to our stabilized number. So now let's take it and get it nice and clean from the tap water while we let this keep rising up just so that we get the correct number here. Let me tell you a little story. We actually had an employee come in and interview. And of course, during our interview process, we asked them, do you know anything about alkaline ionized water? And they perked right up and said, you know what? I actually have a Kangen. I have it at home. I use it every day. And we were impressed. And to this day, that same employee still has their Kangen. It's still working at home. They still like it. when they're at work, they do use one of our Aqua Ionizer Deluxe 9.5s to get the antioxidant rich water. But just shows that we've got nothing against Kangen and that they do make high quality machines that do last for quite a while. So let's figure out the results here. All right, so we're in, and let's see what happens. So we immediately jump down to the negative 600, 670, 660 range. And again, you really have to spin the tip of this meter here. You don't want any of those little water bubbles forming on the very tip of the meter, or else it will read inaccurately. So that's one of the main reasons that we continuously spin the tip until you start getting a good number that's starting to raise. So we're watching it here. We're at the negative 670 now, 671, 673, 674. So it's continuously rising. And we're going to give it a little shake there again just to make sure there's no bubbles forming. And as you can tell, it is rising right back up to the 720 range, continuously going. This is almost stabilized here. We're getting 730, 740, up there to 750. Still waiting, making sure it's stabilizing. This is one of the key components to getting a realistic test is the waiting. A lot of videos that are out there like this, nobody wants to wait. They want to fast forward. They want to put the tip in for 2 seconds, and it's inaccurate. So here we go. We reached a peak of negative 787, which is excellent. Again, to remind everybody, it's the movement of water. So starting in the plus 500 range, we got down to, if you talk about the movement of water, of negative 1287, which is, again, excellent, and is actually even over the 9.5's claim of negative 900 ORP. So we'll go right back into the Kangen. And as you can tell, the Kangen looks like it's stabilized right around the 350 range. Again, that's an excellent source of antioxidants. You can tell the difference, between the two alkaline ionized water there. One does have more bubbles than the other. And we're going to jump into the tap water here just to show you guys that it's still stabilizing. And you can tell you got to move the tip around, let it sit in there for a while, and it'll raise all the way back up to the 500 or high 400 range. The water. It just takes a while with these testers, and we know this is not the most fun thing to watch. A little LCD screen going up and down, but this is how you accurately test a water ionizer with a relatively inexpensive meter. Again, most factories, including ours, have very expensive meters that they read a lot faster. It's a lot more industrial strength. This pinpoint reader is an excellent at-home reader and does a great job, but it does take a little bit. Now that the ORP is done, we're going to test out the pH here. Put a couple drops in each one just to kind of double check our work and show you guys with a nice colorful chemical reaction to show what pH these things come out at. And we're going to stir them up with our flexible plastic tubing here. You can tell both machines make some excellent pH and antioxidant rich water. We're also going to test out the tap water here just to kind of, again, check our work, give a baseline, see what it comes out at. Looks like about a 7, maybe a 7.5. Most tap water throughout the United States is anywhere from about a 6.5 to a 7.5. And ours is right in that range. So let's go in conclusion here to take a look at the two machines again. The 9.5 does have an advantage with a lifetime warranty. It also has a plate advantage, uses the FBA approved plastics, the antioxidant boost technology, as well as a power advantage. Again, the machine is designed chemical free. The Aqua Ionizer Deluxe 9.5 does not require any chemical additives, anything like that. The machines also both performed really well in our ORP test. As you can tell, both machines actually beat the specifications that Kangen shares with everyone and the same numbers that we share with everyone. So both machines performed excellent today, and you can take a look that these are two really high quality machines that make excellent antioxidant rich water.